Boy, do I have an interesting beak transformation today. This beautiful Red Lord Amazon came in for a scissor beak correction. Scissor beak is a deformity that only gets worse with time. It can have different causes, but this one was most likely caused by improper hand feeding as a baby bird. Too much pressure can cause deformities of the skull or beak. And while we've got him in the towel, I'm also going to take some length and pointiness off of these nails so he's a lot more comfortable for his mom to handle. So handsome. The first thing I'm going to do is use my sharp sanitized clippers to take off the bulk. This part of the beak has no blood supply or nerve endings. It's like an outgrown fingernail. I gently use a dowel to get access to the part of the beak I need to grind down. This projection has to be shaped very carefully to make sure that we're putting pressure on the right places and taking pressure away from the places it doesn't need to be. Similar to orthodontic work. In some cases, scissor beak is fully correctable, but in others, and I suspect this is one of them, it's something that the bird will deal with for the rest of their life. Normally, a bird's beak, which is made of keratin, would be constantly wearing down through use. But correct wear lies fully on correct alignment. And when pressure on the beak is not being applied equally, it will therefore grow or not wear in a symmetrical way. Now it's time to take a step back and look at the progress. Plus, I just wanted to give him a really good head scritching because he's being so good. I need to take a look at the bird in an upright, natural position to see how things are setting. This side looks good, but this one needs a little bit more. Now I switched to a smaller tool with a much smaller grinding surface to fine-tune. I always keep the tool moving at all times, and the touch is actually quite light. If you leave a sander tool like this in one position for too long, it could actually heat up and cause discomfort. And since the parrot's comfort is of my utmost responsibility at this time, we don't want that to happen. I pay great attention to each bird's comfort and stress levels during any of these processes. Corrective beak trims like these can be lifesavers, and it really makes me feel good knowing I'm making a difference every single time. Additionally, I find it a real treat to meet all of these awesome birds and often make friends with them. For me, one of the most rewarding parts is when we're all done with the process and I can get the bird to stand on my hand, give me kisses, talk to me. That's the best. Now that we've got the beak under control, it's time to get those points off the nails. And just like the bird's beak, their claws are made out of keratin as well, same as our fingernails and toenails. Some of these nails have a little bit of length, so I'm using the clipper to take off the bulk, and then I'm using the sander to finish it up. This allows me to take off just a little bit at a time, and it gives a nice smooth rounded edge for everybody's comfort. Just like with beaks, normal use would wear these nails down. And in the wild, sharp pointed nails aren't really an issue. However, in captivity, when a bird is being handled, it's very uncomfortable for the handler. Additionally, sharp nails are easier to get snagged on materials inside the home. If a bird snagged itself with a sharp nail in the wild, they would simply not survive unless they got themselves untangled. So we maintain when necessary for health and safety. Earning the love and trust of a parrot is a very special opportunity. I take my part in their stewardship very seriously, and I so appreciate when caretakers reach out to me for assistance. This bird is so well loved and cared for, and it shows in the healthy glow of his feathers, his muscle tone, and his wonderful demeanor. I'm happy to be included in a small part of his story and his journey forward with his owner. With good care and maintenance of his beak, he has many decades of excellent life ahead of him. So tell me, what did you think of today's transformation?